And we're live. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nicky Smokes. I'm joined by Vic and Big Tone, and you are listening to Nicky Smoke Shop. It's already week 6, boys. It's already week 6. The season's flying right past us. It's not quite that time of the year where I want football to slow down, but it is kind of wild. We're already at week 6.
Fuck. It's a third of the year, a third of the way.
It's scary. I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it. I'm starting to find my groove. I'm starting to find my bets. But then I'm thinking to myself, oh, my God, it's almost week 10. And then that kind of just breaks my heart.
What I don't like is every time I turn the fucking Giants on, the game's just over before it starts. Like, I don't know if I just am going to keep tricking myself that we have a shot every fucking week. They're just so bad. Like, it's like the Yankees all over again. They're just rooting fucking football for me. Thank God I'm doing pretty good gambling this year so far. But it's just it's an impossible watch. Like, they're fucking impossible to watch. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, yes, I love football, but the fucking Giants are like ripping fingernails off.
I just want to clarify something. Did you really think they had a chance against my Miami Dolphins this Sunday? I mean, that's the most ludicrous thing I've heard.
No. But when you start watching the game, like I was saying before we started the show, like I'm realistic about the Giants. Like I know they're not good. Daniel Jones looks like garbage. The offensive line looks like garbage. Saquon's hurt. But they took the ball away 3 fucking times. They have the ball the whole time. The only way you can beat the Dolphins is to keep them off the field, unless they score in under 3 plays every time they have the fucking ball. So it was just such a mismatch, and they are officially, I think, the worst team in the NFL. I mean, the New York Football Giants, I think, are the worst team in the NFL, and it's gut punching because we had a season last year where we exceeded expectations. And I'm sorry my voice is dog shit. I feel like fucking garbage, but we exceeded expectations. I don't think anybody thought we were going to win the Super Bowl this year, but I thought we'd be competitive. We looked fucking horrible. We got 1 win, and we came back from 21 points against the Cardinals, who might be the 3rd worst team in the league. So we're fucking terrible. We'll fuck up the draft, probably. Sick to my stomach about it. How was your guys' weekend? You have a good weekend?
I mean, I know I had a great weekend. I went 3-1 on my official plays. If the 49ers didn't go out there and absolutely dog walk the Dallas Cowboys, the under probably would have cashed, but the Niners basically hit the over by themselves. And Vic, welcome to the party. You were 2-9. Yeah, I don't know what you went, but I know you did good.
I went 3-0 on official plays, 2-1-1 on gun to the head, but so far this year with the Giants, I hit them live against Arizona, and I bet against them every week. So to me, I love the Giants this year. This is a great Giant team. I don't know what Tone's talking about. This is a profitable, easy, money-making team. I mean, if you didn't have the Dolphins in any money line parlays, you're out of your mind this week. There was no way that they were going to beat the Giants were going to beat them. But 3 wins, official plays. Bengals, easy winner. Steelers, outright winner. Jets, outright winner. McLaren fucked me up on the prop. I'm done with those. Texans, I get a loss on that. But when I bet it Sunday, I won plus 2.5. Jaguars won outright. We're perfect in fucking London games. And the 49ers won easy Sunday Night Football. I'm ready to go.
How'd you do, Tom? How'd you do?
I did pretty good too. So gun-to-head plays, I lost. The only games I lost were Washington and the Bills. But I had Atlanta. I took them as an official play. I had the Lions over. That cashed fucking easy. I said we needed 14 out of the Panthers. We got 24. The Lions, and whoever just said that is right. The Patriots are definitely one of the worst teams in the league. But I also think the Lions, they're turning into one of the best teams in the league. I think you got to talk about
top 5.
They're just crushing people, and good teams should beat bad teams handily and not lose a step just because they have an easier game coming in. The Lions look good. I did pretty good. The only thing that fucked me was the Rams. That was the only game that got me was the Rams, and we would have hit a bunch of different parlays, but did pretty good on touchdown plays, did good on the official plays. I want to say I was 5-2 overall with what I gave out last week. And I do like – I know it's early, but I do like the games this week.
Love them. I already bet them. I already have my bets placed for Sunday. They're already in. I don't care. Yeah. Well, we might as well just get straight into next week, and this is the best time because the boys are hot. 3-1, 3-0, 5-2. We're finally holding up the other end of the bargain. Right. First, we just had Vic sparking joints, making us laugh. Big Tone making everyone laugh, me just calling everyone a fucking loser, and we weren't winning. Now we're fucking winning, boys. So we got to ride. What's that saying? You got to cook while the grease is hot, the skillet's hot.
Strike while the iron's hot.
That's the one. That's what I was looking for.
What do you call it?
Cooking with gas. You know, they say
cooking with oil. Cooking with oil. That's
cooking
the one
with oil.
Yeah, my mom would like verbally abuse me when I couldn't figure out my math homework. And then I would figure it out. And she's like, now you're cooking with oil. And that's why I had straight A's until 10th grade. And that's when I found out what pussy, drugs, and alcohol was. And then I stopped caring. Anyway, let's talk about the games this week. Let's talk about games this week.
On tables.
Yes, I am the table popping king. Gun to head plays. If you're new to the show, I pick 3 to 4 games every week. None of us up here want to bet these games, but we're putting the gun to our head, so we have to bet them. And we always start with Thursday Night Football. Denver Broncos on the road at Kansas City. The line is -10. My roommate is a diehard Denver Broncos fan, and he told me that they haven't beat them in like the last 10 games, or Patrick Mahomes has never lost to the Denver Broncos. And you guys are talking about the Patriots and the Giants being the worst team. I think the Broncos are the worst team in the NFL. I mean, that team fucking sucks. Last year, they had a defense that was at least competent and kept them in the game. They don't even have that anymore. That defense is wider than a stripper's pussy. I mean, everyone's just fucking scoring in that thing. It's embarrassing. It's bad. The sharp play, I think the sharp side in this game is Denver. I'm reluctant to bet them. I don't care. I don't care if 98% of the public's on them and 98% of the money's on the other side. I will never bet the Denver Broncos ever, 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 ever again. They are officially dead to me, just like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to take the Chiefs here, -10.5. Vic, what do you like?
Tough. Well, your roommate is right. It's tough. It's fucking. Who wants to bet this on a Tuesday? We do. I do. Your roommate's right. 15 straight times they've lost to the Broncos. The Broncos have lost to the Chiefs 15 times in a row. But that's not even as bad as when. Well, that's actually worse because back in the 60s under Hank Stram, you know Hank Stram. If you Google him, if you Google Hank Stram, the Chiefs coach, you're gonna know his face, giant neck. You're gonna know him right away from commercial. Hank Stram, they were 19-1 against Denver, and they still didn't win 15 in a row during that run in the 60s. So this is an iconic run. But the Chiefs right now, they're probably going to be playing without Kelsey, I'm assuming. Short week, he banged up, even though he came back. I don't know why risk it. Even if they do, he's not going to be 100%. So that with Kelsey, they seemed a little bit different than when he didn't play because their wide receivers haven't really been doing that good. So as good as the Chiefs have looked, they continue, like we said all year so far in the show. Since last year, they just continue to burn money and not cover the spread, including the fucking slide down at the 2-yard line. So you got a team right now, Denver, that's absolutely rock bottom. They just got humiliated, okay, by the Jets.
Are you really going to say what I think you're going to say? Are you really?
I'm taking the 10.5 points. Because
wow.
I got a gun to my head. What am I going to do? And let me say something. The best player on the field besides Mahomes is going to be Jaleel McLaughlin. That kid can run from Denver. It's only his second game, but he looks fast, strong, decisive in the hole. So I think he's going to be a secret weapon. Plus, I think they're calling for wind possibly. A 20-mile-an-hour winds in that game. So I don't know. To me, 10.5 points. If they say, I don't know, Kelsey's in or out, it doesn't matter to me. I just think it would be better, obviously, if he's out. But I'm taking the 10.5 with the Broncos. Gun to my head.
Yeah, I get why you're taking the 10.5. KC still hasn't put together a game as far as I'm concerned. I know they covered last week against a dog shit Vikings team, but they're banged up. They're going through it. You have to have perfect games from Mahomes to get them to cover a big number like that. With all that said, it's a gun-to-head game. It's not going to be on my official card. Something will be. I'll probably have a touchdown play because it's Thursday, but I'm not going to bet this game. If I had to gun-to-head, I just can't bet Russ right now, and I can't bet Sean Payton. They're just a fucking problem. The reason I say they're better than the Giants is at least they have put up some fucking points, you know? They're just not good. I think it's abundantly clear Russ is not Sean Payton's guy. He doesn't care. He's going to be there the next 10 years. And what's going to happen is Russ is going to go. They're going to get a quarterback. Sean Payton in the next 2 or 3 years will become Sean Payton again, and they will turn that thing around. But in the meantime, he's got to kind of torpedo this thing. And I think that's what's going on. I don't think he's interested in helping Russ or the Broncos get better at all. I really don't. I think he went in there, thought he was going to be able to turn it around. Then he realized Russ is more of a fucking psychopath than all of us even realized. And he's just like, fuck this kid. We got to get rid of him. There's a lot of good quarterbacks coming up in the next year or two. They're going to be one of the worst 5 teams. They got a draft pick, right? So I think he's trying to torpedo the thing. I think they get the shit kicked out of him here. I do think this is a game where they don't score. I know they just said they score more than the Giants, but I like the Chiefs and the under in this.
I like that too. I mean, the only thing Russ has been cooking this year is my bank account. So fuck Russell Wilson.
He hasn't been looking that bad.
Oh, stop it! I can't even sit here and hear him say one more time.
But he's 30. He's old. Yeah, I was just gonna say, when he's 33, 34.
Yeah,
he's working on the next part of his career. It looks like he's just a clown, and those guys don't. He's Sean Payton's
it's like when you
coach. He's got nothing right now with him.
It's like when you turn old, you go back to being a baby. You make mistakes. Like when you're old, you start shitting in the diaper again. You know what I mean? Like when you were a baby, you're shitting in a diaper. Now you're old, 80 years old, you're shitting in a diaper.
Are you wearing a diaper right now?
The mistakes that rookies make, he's making now late in his career. Like, because he shows flashes like, holy shit, Russ is back, but he's just an old man.
Well, there you have it. Vic is wearing a diaper right now. All right, our next game, yeah, Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens minus 4.5 on the road up against the Tennessee Titans. Titans London. Coming off I'm pretty sure they just lost to the Colts. And the Ravens just lost outright to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which helped me and Vic cash. I like the Ravens in this spot, minus 4.5. I'm not worried about the Ravens' loss to the Steelers. It was a perfect spot to bet the Steelers. Mike Tomlin as a dog is phenomenal. Lamar Jackson has always struggled against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and his stat line wasn't great last week, but they could have easily been up 28-0 at halftime if the wide receivers could catch the fucking football. I think they had like 2-3 drop touchdowns. It was a blessing that the Steelers were able to hang around in that game and end up winning that game. I still think the Ravens are the best team in their division. I'm not a big believer in the Tennessee Titans. So for that reason alone, I'm going to take the Ravens minus 4.5, gun to my head. Big Tone, what do you got?
Yeah, it's like, what Tennessee team am I getting? Because I do think they're better than they play. I thought they were more, I don't know. The way they beat the shit out of Cincinnati, 27-3, that's kind of the team I thought we were going to get. And I thought we even saw some good parts of last week, but then they let it slip away again in the fourth quarter there. I just don't know. I'm going to take the Ravens. I just still am going to go with Lamar's going to be the best player on the field, and I'm going to take it neutral site. I might feel stupid for this one, but I'm not giving up on the Ravens just yet. I know that was a bad loss, and that division's weird in itself, but Tennessee is just too much up and down for me. At least I kind of know what I'm getting with the Ravens. It's going to be a scrappy fight every time. I just don't know if Tennessee's going to score or not going to score, and I don't want to take that risk. And plus, it looks like London's dog shit, right? Like, people don't like the turf. The guys don't like that. They say they can't score there. It's just a different feel. Everyone's fucking tired. I don't know. I'm not going to bet the total, but I'm going to take the Ravens, Lamar to have the ball in his hand and get it done.
Big Vic.
Yeah, I'm going to go against it here, but I like the Titans plus
Love
4.5. I've been saying it for the last couple of weeks. I'm just not a fan right now of how the Ravens are playing. Forget the drop balls. You got to catch the ball. You know, I know they got open, but you got to catch the ball to make plays. Lamar Jackson looks like a guy who hasn't gone late in 3 fucking months. He looks so frustrated. Like, every little thing pisses him off. He's like on edge. Because fucking guys aren't catching the ball. These guys are getting hurt. All these guys have these young fucking wide receivers. I can name maybe 10 off the top of my head that are fucking unbelievable wide receivers. Doesn't have any of those. He hasn't had any of those. He's like, he just struggles to get weapons. Now I'm supposed to lay 4.5 in London against him when the dogs have been barking in London. No way. Vrabel always has his team ready to go. They play really good as a dog, and I just don't feel comfortable with the Ravens laying 4. Ravens really haven't played a good game. They got fat against the Cleveland Browns, and the Browns played a rookie quarterback. It was like a last-minute thing. Watson couldn't play. They were able to get that win. Things didn't look good for them at all last week. They lost to a Pittsburgh team who they just let hang in the game, didn't make any plays. So looking at that, there's no way I can lay 4.5. So gun to my head, a London game, 9:30 with my fucking jammies on. I'm taking the fucking Titans plus 4.5.
Love it. And then the last gun in the head play that I have here, Seahawks on the road against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals coming off a big win against the Cardinals. I don't know if you want to call that a big win, but they definitely needed that win. They're currently -3 against the Seahawks coming off a bye week. Big Tone, I'll start with you.
So just jumping back to Baltimore real quick, I think the drops is a fucking problem because they're in closer games right now. Like Mark Andrews fucked us up a touchdown play, so it's probably punching me a little bit more in the gut this week. But dude, you got fucking 6 drops a game. That shit adds up, and that's where I think like if they can get some stuff figured out. They got guys dropping balls over there who normally catch the fucking football. So I'm just looking for the Ravens to turn it around in that sense. The next game, Bengals Seahawks. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals at home. It's going to be – listen, Seahawks to me are still really not a good defensive team, and they give up the long ball. So I think what we're seeing now – go ahead. They do. They give up big chunks of yards in the backfield.
Yeah, let that smoke out.
Did you see this kid Witherspoon? Have you seen this kid Witherspoon play corner?
Yeah, I saw him, but we can't have it both ways. We can't say Daniel Jones is fucking garbage and the offensive line is garbage. That kid's a fucking stud. The
2
Bengals
sacks
still
off the corner, 2 interceptions, 1 for a pick 6 down on the goal line. This
Kid's
guy's
a dog.
Stud. Not just
He's
against
definitely a stud, but you know what? You're still ranked 31st in fucking offense when it comes to passing.
Early.
So I think we're starting to see the Bengals get it going. I love seeing them put up 34 points. I don't care if it was against the high school team or Arizona Cardinals. It's good seeing that that trajectory. The other thing is this too. Jamar Chase is pretty fucking good, huh? They're gonna start giving him the ball more. He's gonna get in the fucking end zone. And we're keeping Joey B upright. Keep Joey B upright. You got a guy who goes out there and gets it done. So I'm looking for the Bengals to kind of, I think last week kind of propelled them, and they're going to get rolling again. I'm on the Bengals here. Fuck the Seahawks. Too many big plays they're going to give up.
Slick Vic, what do you got?
I'm taking the Seahawks +3. I love this one. I mean, the gun's to my head, so I got to make the play, but I would probably make it if it was like a knife to my head, that butter knife maybe. But listen, the Bengals was my main play last week. I fucking loved that. I watched every snap. Burrow's holding on to the ball too long, and he's under pressure constantly. And he's just indecisive. And Chase did have a big play, but if you take away that big play that Chase had, they averaged under 4 yards a play. So their offense still wasn't that fucking great. Now, the Seahawks D, I know that what the numbers say, but to me, what my eyes saw is a legit defense. That now they're starting to understand what they have and what they can and can't do, blitzing cornerbacks and switching up zones and coverages to make things look different for quarterbacks. So the defense is now starting to cook. And Pete Carroll, you put this guy in a room with a bunch of veterans like Russell Wilson worth $250 million, and they got to do movie shoots and commercial shoots. You put him in a room with those guys, that's one thing. Successful Richard Shermans as opposed to baby Richard Shermans. You put him now in a room with what he's got now. He's got a guy like Geno Smith who hung around the league his whole life. He'll fucking take a bullet for Pete Carroll, because Carroll basically resurrected his career. And now you have all these young players, the running backs, the receivers. And of course, he has a good mix of veterans, Wagner, Lockett. But these kids, he could coach these young kids. They'll buy in. The ego's not too big, and he's loving it. He's back. He's jumping on the sideline. So, and when you put Pete, remember, I don't know if you know back in the day, I think we're talking, early 2000s here, late 90s? They won't, no, Nick, I don't know. You probably weren't even born, dude. USC covered every fucking Saturday under him. No, like they were like on a 23-2, 2 or 3 year run and covering the number. This guy was a money machine. And
that was back when you could pay everyone to be on your
they
squad.
were money making.
So that's bad. That's bad. They're giving cars out. No, that for sure. I think we're just kind of discounting 192 yards and 3 touchdowns from Jamar Chase. That Burrow threw for 317. Their offense did look better. It wasn't just a 1 or 2 plays either.
Witherspoon,
but for as bad as that offense has looked the first 4 weeks, I don't care. It was Arizona. That was what everyone was expecting. I'd like to see it continue at home against Seattle. To your point, Seattle has been playing good ball. This is going to be a good test for them. But gun to head, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Joey B and those boys.
The gun might be to my head, but I'm the one holding the fucking gun. I'm the one who decides if I'm going to pull this trigger. And I'm pulling this trigger. This is an official play for me. Official play, first official play.
Love it.
Seahawks +3. Absolutely love the Seahawks in this spot. So Geno Smith as an underdog, 61% against the spread. The Seahawks, 5-2 against the spread as an underdog between 0.5 point and 3 points. The Bengals are 9-24 against the spread as a home favorite between 0.5 point and 3 points. I love the Seahawks in this spot. Witherspoon's a dog. Geno's playing good ball. They could run the football. They could throw the football. Pete Carroll's jumping up and down, blowing fucking bubble gum all over the place. I love the Seahawks in this spot, +3. That's my first official play, so we'll just roll right into that. Vic, what do you got?
I can't wait to clip this to show you guys how fucking wrong you are about.
Perfect. I can't wait to. I can't wait to clip you saying you wanted to clip this.
We're gonna have a clip this.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip you off.
Way in hell Chase gets 192. He probably won't even.
No, I'm not saying that too. But I'm just saying, you say, one big play. It's like the guy had 15 catches for almost 200 yards.
But what was one? One was for like 80 yards or something, right?
It still counts.
Take that away. They're under 20 yards a play.
It still counts. I once banged at 8. It still counts. It still counts.
Listen, you're right. You're right. But you take that one play away, right? If it goes through his hands like it went through Aguilar's, they're under 4 yards a play. That's not good.
Take my grandfather's dick away. He's my grandma. I mean, what are we talking about? So,
that's not happening against Witherspoon.
Well, that's actually incorrect in 2023, Tone. You could take your dick off and still be someone's grandfather.
Not where I grew up. Oh, shit.
What do you got for an official play, Vic?
Let's go with something I love this time of year, right? It's fucking cool, the air, the mornings. We got a jacket on. You don't know what you're in for in Chicago yet. I saw he put a picture up. He's like, it's 48 degrees. I'm dying. 48.
It was very Miami.
Miami, you wait. I'm taking the Colts +2.5 with revenge today, Sunday, whatever. Jaguars got to be a little flat. No, back-to-back games in London, hanging out, going to see all these different things, eating different food, vacationing with their family, their friends, having a good time. That's over. Now you're back to work miserable, and you got to go up against a team that wants to fuck the shit out of you. So the Colts, and not only that, who's going to do the fucking? Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew is the modern-day Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
The guy was on the sideline headbutting people last week.
I love him.
Richardson's a stud. He's a stud. I'll take Minshew in this game. I'd rather Minshew start. He'll stick it to the Jaguars and the Colts. Still, I've been saying it all year. Best offensive line, best defensive line. Every time they get in the game, they have an edge on both sides. So I think they have a better line on both sides than the Jaguars. Jaguars are going to be flat from their little vacation in London, and Minshew's going to be doing some revenge. Fucking Colts get their revenge. And what are we getting? 4.5 points all day.
I might as well just hop right on that because that's my next official play, Tone, and then I'll let you guys fire off 2 more. I love the Colts +4.5. So me and Vic are either going to be fucking smiling ear to ear at the VIP table getting our wiener jerked off, or we're going to be outside eating fucking ice soup for 2 weeks. I love the Colts in this spot, and I got some trends to back it up. Not only are the Jags coming back from London, where they're probably sticking their dick in all the peng tangs. They're coming back home to their miserable lives in Jacksonville, probably banging not the hottest girl in the world because they all have money, but definitely not the fine bitches they were finessing in London. So their expectations are already going to be down. Also, Jags 2-5 as a favorite between 3.5 to 10 points. They're also 8-20 against the spread as a home favorite between 3.5 to 10, and the Colts are 6-2 as a dog of 3.5 to 10 points. I think the Colts are the better team. I think the Colts are the best team in that division, and I even think the Colts will win that division. I'm going to make that a bet as well, the Colts to win the AFC South. One more thing, Gardner Minshew. I told all my boys that he should have started the entire year because Richardson wasn't ready. He wasn't ready as a passer. So what they do, they sent him out there. They ran him 15 times a game. And they ran him right into the fucking dirt, and now he's on IR. So I don't want to take a victory lap on an injury. Anthony Richardson is a great player, but they should have fucking listened to me, and they should have sat AR, played Gardner, let him get ready for the NFL instead of running him into the dirt like the Redskins or the Commanders did with RG3 and possibly could ruin the kid's career.
It's true. Let him bulk up a little bit. Let him get strong. Let him, turn into a man a little bit.
I agree.
They got him out there smashing like he's a running back. That's not going to be good for him.
Nope.
But we love Minshew.
Yes, I love him.
And I like Pittman to get in the end zone. Michael Pittman Jr., he's another guy who's getting a bunch of targets. He's a big part of their offense. He's only got 1 touchdown this year. So I liked him last week to get in the end zone. He had a couple chances, but he's I'm not betting that game, but I might go back to him this week for a touchdown, Tony touchdown. But Atlanta, boys. I told you last week I thought Atlanta was going to be a sneaky play against we got away with one. I mean, we got away with one. But they did all the stuff that we've been waiting, or we just didn't think they could do, right? Come back and win. Have Ritter actually look like some semblance of a quarterback. And they did. They put the offense together, and they distributed the ball throughout their different offensive weapons. I mean, it wasn't just Drake London catching the ball. They actually threw it to Kyle Pitts this week. They got a Commanders team that's coming in, and this kid still hasn't lost at home. I'm going to keep betting them. I'm going to take the Falcons here for one of my first official plays against the Commanders. I don't think the Commanders are as bad as they maybe looked, but I don't think they're very good either. And I'm going to take Atlanta here. I think Atlanta's starting to figure their offensive out. You talked about Pete Carroll having guys that are coachable and young guys. I think, what's his name, Art? I think he's got the same shit going on here in Atlanta. These guys are starting to come in. And again, it's a division where you're fucking never out of it. So it's like you can't lose 3 or 4 games in a row and get going. I mean, the Saints fucking defense looks ridiculous. So you got to keep winning games if you're Atlanta. But I like Atlanta at home. Washington coming in. That's going to be my first official play of the week. And I sound like I hung out with El Chapo last night. I mean,
it's all right. I've been there all the time. You just need another bump. It'll clear out your sinus.
All the time.
I don't even know.
Anytime I get sick, I just rip a fucking line, and I'm good.
Bro, you were guzzling a bottle of vodka. I saw a video.
That was a small guzzle. That wasn't like
it's a good way to get your stuff.
I'm seeing buildings getting bombed. I'm seeing an ad. All of a sudden, I see this kid holding a bottle of vodka, and people cheering him on to drink. And I'm thinking this kid's gonna die. It's gonna be no fucking show.
I'm in my prime. We're fine.
9 hours later, he's answering text messages.
Hold on, Vic. Your first thought was this kid's going to die and there's going to be no show?
Yeah.
That's how much he loves the show. I respect that. I respect that.
Like, he's going to die. He's never going to see the Dolphins win shit.
There you go.
By the way, do you know who Bill Belichick looks like? I hate to jump off, but Belichick right now looks to me like Don Shula did.
Yeah.
At the end of his career.
It's starting to
lost in the sauce, and the game is gone by.
Dude,
well, I wasn't alive, so I don't really know.
Well, here's the thing, too. They don't have any fucking players. Their team sucks.
They're
been
losers.
saying that since week 1. Clip it.
Yeah.
They have nobody.
They've got nobody.
And the ones they did have are done. Like, they're out.
They haven't scored a point in fucking 10 quarters. Like, it's a fucking problem. Like, that's a problem.
I love it.
Just get off of Mac Jones already.
Yeah, they fucking suck. That whole team sucks. Fuck the Patriots. I hate them. They deserve to fucking rot for 20 years. What do you got, Vic? What's your second official play?
Oh, let's go. I'm going to save the best for last. So I'm going to go official pick. Let's go second. I'm going to go Bears plus 2.5 to the Vikings.
Wow, you got
listen,
balls.
I like that. I like it.
I mean, just do something.
You got a
Trade
fat
Cousins,
sack.
sign. They got a locker room that doesn't know who's the leader. Chances are Jefferson's going to leave, Cousins is going to leave, and the coach is going to get fired. So I don't know. To me, this locker room's a mess.
Say the same thing about the Bears, though.
Yeah, but
that coach is going to get fired. Fields might get traded.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. And now I'm Team Uberflus. I'm fucking Team Uberflus.
Yeah.
This guy, he could have lost. No, you have to be Team Uberflus.
I know. I'm with you.
He could have lost the locker room, no, Tone? But he didn't.
Absolutely.
He didn't lose the locker room.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I love this pick this week because I think
Uberflus.
the Bears are starting to figure it out as much as it sounds, as much as they aren't. But
they won one fucking game.
I'm talking about offensively. At least the Vikings are a fucking train wreck. Justin Jefferson's pissed. Everyone's fucking pissed off. Addison's getting the ball. We're about to have a fucking diva receiver on our hands. I just think this is going to be a dumpster fire in Minnesota moving forward, and I think it's just a good spot for the Bears. I'm not saying the Bears are turning the season around. I just think it's a good spot. I really do.
I like it.
Well, Viking season's finished. That's it. Vikings, they're going to implode. They're going to break up that team, and that Viking run is over. Jefferson's going to land with a good quarterback. He'll go anywhere he wants. He can team up with anyone. That's how they do
He's worth 2 first as a wide receiver. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, well, Cousins is garbage, and he's still getting touchdowns. He had like 2 in the last game or something. So, I don't know. To me, but when the Bears have put the last 2 games have been really good. So, I'm grabbing 2.5 points. I'm making that official play, Bears.
And more importantly than anything, with the Bears, they've looked like they've had some type of their defense has been competent to some regard. Like they've made defensive plays at least. Like the first couple of weeks, you're like, what is going on out there? Yeah. They look, like I said, I think it's a good spot for you.
I think Uberflus just whipped his dick out in the locker room. Everyone took a look at that meat, and they were like, fuck this guy. We better listen to him, or he'll fuck this shit out of our lives. That's it. The respect was given right there. That's what I think.
No, I think you might be right.
Turned it around.
I got for my next official play, I already told you guys I like the Bengals. That is going to be an official play for me. I won't go into anything why, because we already did that. But I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think the Cowboys are broken. It's Monday Night Football. It's in LA. I've been saying it for fucking, and I know this can feel like a trap game. I get it because they're coming off the bad loss, but everybody thought that was about to be a game. I think it's becoming abundantly clear, and hand up, I think I called Dallas a top 5 team last week. Well, they're not. You start looking at the resume and who they've beaten, they haven't beat anyone. And when they have to play a real team like this, Dak fucking turtles. He looks like dog shit. I told you guys don't trust him when we had Mr. Ice on. I told you they were going to kick the shit out of him, and I told you it was going to go over, and you both fucking laughed at me. I'm going with the Chargers this week, okay?
All right, so it's just fuck the Cowboys. I can get down with that.
Yeah,
I can get down with that.
It's fuck the Cowboys, but I also think it's just they can't stop. They suck. They suck, and they're broken right now.
I love it. All right, so my next official play, this is my third one. I got the Dolphins minus 13.5 against the Carolina Panthers. The only way anyone can compete with my Miami Dolphins is if the other team actually has talent and a competent defense and a competent head coach. The Panthers have none of that. They have the worst offensive line in the league. Their defense is terrible. The Miami Dolphins will absolutely throttle this team on Sunday. 13.5 is a joke. This spread should be 17 points. No one's stopping this offense. It is the greatest offense in NFL history through 5 weeks. It'll continue to roll that way. The Dolphins need this game. They're just going to keep scoring 30, and then they're going to go to Philly and show everyone in the world that they are still the best team in the NFL. Taking the Dolphins minus 13.5 over the Carolina Panthers. Vic, what do you got?
Just to jump on what you were saying with your game before I get my last the Panthers coach just slipped up in a press conference and said something like the owner made him pick the quarterback in the draft. He really didn't want him or something like that. Like I'm subquoting it, whatever. And this didn't look good. They probably already know they got a bust because the other kid, Stroud, looks way ahead of him right now. I mean, watching both of them play. But
he's getting hit a ton too. Like you see those stats.
Everybody is
getting fucking buried out there.
And the 16-point spreads in Miami, they're coming. They're coming because right now, if they keep scoring the way they are, you're going to see 20 by the end of the year. You're going to see 20. I mean, it happened when the Patriots were a machine back in the day. They hit 20. I think they tapped out on one Thursday night game. It's 20-point favorites. So
holy shit.
I'm taking my last play, my favorite one of the weekend, too. I'm taking the Eagles minus 6.5. The Jets just played their Super Bowl. We said they were going to get fired up for Hackett. They end up giving him the game ball. Zach Wilson played. This guy was diving head first for the line, fumbled twice doing that, but he wanted it. He was playing to win, and now it's a time for a little bit to come out a little bit flat. Breece Hall is the one who makes the big plays and gets them the points, and right now the Eagles' defense is the best rushing defense in the game, giving up 3.4 yards a carry, 61 yards a game. Their pass rush is going to be dominant. Zach Wilson's in fucking trouble, and the Jets Elias with Vera Tucker, the offensive lineman. I can't pronounce his name. He tore his ACL. He's out for the year. I think they had another injury too on the line. So they're a little bit coming in banged up off that win. A little bit of a letdown game. And the Eagles are only 6.5. I'm taking them Eagles 6.5 on the road.
Add that to my card. Official play.
It's a good one. It's a flat situation.
What do you got, Tom?
Last play for me. So I'm gonna stick with this Lions over train. They just put up points, man. And when they don't play teams that are very good, they continue to put up points. This number feels a little light, but it's the same kind of philosophy. They're playing the Bucks. They're at the Bucks, but same kind of philosophy as last week. Get me 14. I think we get there. I'm going to take the over. It's 44 right now in the Lions game. I just like the Lions offense. They don't fucking slow down.
No,
just don't slow down. They're not doing that thing like they did 2 years ago where they're playing to win or not playing to lose, rather, and having shitty fourth quarters. They sling. And Jared Goff's fucking real. They have weapons. I like the over in this game, and I like them to cover too. But I'm just going to take the over.
I love it. My bad. Detroit. You're getting me sick through the phone, Tom.
That was the throat throttling cock thing. I think that
yes,
that was what was.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
All right, so my last official play. This is my favorite play of the week. I bet this game on Monday. I bet the other games today. I bet this game on Monday. I love this play. I love this play more than I love
the Bills.
No.
Is it the Bills? Okay.
No.
Because about season's over. The Bills are really about to put the Giants away. But
no.
I'm worried about the Giants. I love it.
They're going to lose by 100. I just thought that was the play he was going to say.
No. I don't want to kick a dead horse, and I don't want to bet on Buffalo. I love the Browns under 39. This is my favorite play of the week. The San Francisco 49ers, best defense in the NFL. The Browns have a top 3 defense in the NFL. The Browns might not have Watson again. Good luck being a rookie quarterback going up against this San Francisco 49ers defense. I've never seen guys swarm to the ball like the Niners do. I love this play. And I also love that the Niners are going from California to the East Coast. Is Ohio the East Coast? Is it the Midwest? I don't really fucking know. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. They're traveling. The Niners just beat the living piss out of the Cowboys. Everyone's going to slam them. I'm expecting a low-scoring game. I could see the Niners winning 17-3. Wouldn't surprise me. I love the under. The under is 20-7 when the Browns are a home dog between 3.5 to 10 points. And the under is 19-6 when the Browns are a home dog outright. So those are our official plays. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Do you have a closing remark, Tone? Because you pointed at me and you just threw me off.
I think that's a heady play. I'm going to hop on that pick with you. You said it. Best defense out there. The Browns have shown that they're a train wreck on offense, but their defense has been one of the best in the league. Yep. I love that pick. It got by me. I'm hopping on it. Thank you.
I like that pick. I like the pick too. The Niners are definitely going to be flat off that game. And if Watson plays, I like the Browns plus 5.5. But even if Watson doesn't play, especially if the rookie goes for your under, the defense is going to know that Watson's not playing, and they're going to actually step up knowing we got to do this for the rookie. Let's not fucking leave him out to dry. So that's another good angle for the defense. But, yeah, I was something to get that in there.
I like the support. Thank you guys very much. Shout out to everyone that watched the entire time. Those are the official plays. And tell your mother I said hello. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, we did it.